The Evergreen City Ballet Nutcracker was choreographed by Wade Walthall. It's pretty much a traditional Nutcracker. It starts out with the party scene into the battle scene and snow scene, etc., etc. I think what makes it different from most is probably the show quality, the performance quality that the dancers bring to it. You could have this same Nutcracker on a lesser company, and it would be a different show. So the level in which we're able to produce it, both with sets, costumes, and the dancers, creates its own identity, its own beautiful full-length ballet.
As I got older and when I wasn't dancing so much, I would help out backstage, be on headset or helping in the green room, and now that I'm in this position, I love seeing the process and the work that goes into it.
The process begins actually right when we get back to work in September. Andy and I sit down and we begin to work through the new dancers we have, the new company members we have. How are we going to cast the Nutcracker? And that's really the first step. Casting the Nutcracker to make two very good, high-quality casts that can perform each individual role to their highest potential.
It takes a whole afternoon of watching the previous year's Nutcracker, seeing how the dancers did, looking at personalities. We know these kids so well because we work with them every day, so we want to make sure they're in a role that will show off their personality and they can dance to their fullest potential. And I really enjoy seeing that come to life, where we just see a bunch of names on paper and, well, let's see how these dynamics work. And you know, each cast has its strengths and differences, and seeing it in the studio is very fun to watch, and it's a lot of grueling hours.
It's pretty intense. We spend a lot of hours in the studio. We usually get here at 4:15 and stay until 9 p.m. and that includes class, point class, and rehearsals.
It's pretty intense, pretty demanding.
It's like a full-time thing. Even if you're not in the studio, you have to take care of your body. Your body is your instrument, you know. It's like very cliche, but like it's like a 24/7 thing. You have to sleep, dance, you have to eat, dance, you have to breathe, dance.
They have an energy when they come in because they have a full day of school and homework and parents and friends to deal with, and I see them leave all of everything else they have going on in their lives. They leave it at the door, they come in the studio, and they work hard, and they want to be here. And you know, when I sit and really watch the performances, it's hard to believe how old they are. You forget after a while how old some of these girls are, and they do an amazing job for being teenagers for the most part. And we've had several audience members comment before about, you know, they didn't know how old they were, and they had no idea that they were still high school age for the most part.
The most fun is actually getting to perform it in front of people.
I love getting to play a completely different character than who I am in real life.
For example, when I'm Snow Queen, it's fun to be regal and elegant. And I also really love doing Arabian because you get to be a little bit sensual, and I really enjoy that.
Well, I do have a very specific part that's my favorite, and my favorite is when the angels are dancing on stage in the second act and the Sugar Plum Fairy comes out to dance with them for the first time, and those little girls' faces when they're looking at her, because they have just complete adoration for that girl in the pink tutu. That's all they want to be when they grow up.
I just love dancing, so pretty much.
My favorite part is all of it, because I love to see the very beginning of it when Andy and I sit down and start doing casting, to see where I can take it from that point all the way to the end. And when I'm at the last performance or I'm in the theater and seeing what we've been able to achieve in a very short period of time, that's where I feel very good about what we do. So I love it all. I love talking about costumes, I love talking about the sets and meetings and seeing the whole process come full circle.